goddamn ducks.
Right from the start, we meet this guy who claims to yearn for the past where it was all about the strong, silent type. Yet we see him breaking down in his therapist's office and crying over a family of ducks that left his pool. It's the first of many examples of this tension between Tony's public persona and private vulnerability.
I was sad to see him go.
When the ducks gave birth to those babies, it became a family.
That's the link. A connection. I'm afraid I'm gonna lose my family. I lost the ducks.
Are you in the mafia?
Am I in the what?
Whatever you want to call it. Organized crime.
One thing about us wise guys, the hustle never ends.
When people think of The Sopranos, and especially the beginning, this scene is top of mind, and for a reason. It really gets to the heart of this dilemma of Tony's. How does he keep these worlds and families apart? Is it even possible? The more that his own little ducks grow up, the harder that becomes. And he gets another glimpse of losing his family when he sees the ducks flying overhead after killing Febby. Tony hears his mother and uncle on tape, and his mother specifically saying that he'd basically be better off dead.
My cousin Kiki, after he had his lobotomy, he looked exactly like my son.
Olivia.
Empty, a shell. Better Kiki had died than go on living like that. That's what his own mother always used to say.
God.
What?
I've been so fucking depressed. So big nothing.
Tony, that is your mother talking.
While still processing the betrayal from his mother and uncle, he comes face to face with the reality that one of his best friends has also betrayed him, and for years.
Don't be moving that age no more, puss. It's too risky. What?
Your mother died.
The death of Livia Soprano was an extremely significant moment for both the series as a whole and for Tony. Loss of a parent is tough for anyone, but for Tony, there was this particularly complicated grief given everything that he'd gone through with his mother, and he was still trying to please her even after her death.
You're kidding. I mean, is that right? Wishing her dead? Is that being a good son?
There's no one else I can talk to.
When Ralph kills Tracee, this really hits Tony hard because it's a 20-year-old girl. She's his own daughter's age. Imagine if something like that happened to Meadow.
I know you said we can't be friends, but there's no one else I can talk to.
And in the following season, after Tony kills Ralph, he sees a photo of her on a mirror, and I don't think that was any accident. Tracee had remained on Tony's mind. Now that Tony did to Ralph what he had wanted to do, she's back at the front of his mind.
Dinner's almost ready.
When Tony meets Gloria, she's not like most of the other women he's been with. When it's good, it's amazing. When it's bad, it's a lot worse than he could have imagined. And when he finds out about her suicide, it really haunts him and makes him come face to face with just how toxic of a person he may be.
Anthony, what you want to say?
What'd you see in me anyways?
The object is to learn what you saw in me, not what I saw in you.
And Gloria is still in Tony's dreams over a year later, this time in the test dream, and we go back to this issue of what she saw in Tony. What kind of person is he? He seems to be still struggling with that.
Don't get me steamed, Alice.
And then you choked the shit out of me.
Yeah, but that's after you were trying to put a fork in my eye.
Oh, that was your mother.
I didn't just meet you. I've known you my whole fucking life. Take your medicine, Uncle Jun. Make you feel better. Help with your memory.
Believe me, there's plenty I'd like to forget.
Yeah, you and me both.
Here, at the end of Where's Johnny, Tony brings up the varsity athlete comments, which we know have plagued him with insecurity since his childhood.
I love my uncle. At the same time, when I was young, he told my girl cousins I would never be a varsity athlete, and frankly, that was a tremendous blow to my self-esteem.
But it's not just the comments themselves, it's what they represent to Tony and how they make him feel. Does his own uncle even love him? As if Tony doesn't already feel torn up inside, knowing his own uncle and mother at one point plotted to kill him.
I mean, don't you love me? When I was, 16 years old, and my son's age, I came home from school and there was this note from my Aunt Quinn. My mother had been pregnant.
Here, as a teenager, Tony's father makes him lie to his mother because his father decides to stay overnight at his Gumar's house rather than go be with his wife at the hospital while she's bleeding and miscarrying.
But I'm gonna get over to the hospital right away.
He came and got me the next morning.
Not only when we got home and saw that note, I was worried sick. Ask Anthony, you don't believe me.
Where were you last night, Anthony?
We were at Cousin Jimmy's, Ma.
Hi, look. The reason he went to prison is he got pinched hijacking a truckload of Betamaxes in '86. And they hooked him up with a RICO and he got 17 years.
In Unidentified Black Males, Tony comes clean with Dr. Melfi about the night he had a panic attack and left Tony B alone for the job, in which Tony B got arrested and ended up in prison for many years. And just like how Tony sees Gloria in his test dream, a person who really had an impact on his psyche, he also sees Tony B, who confronts him about what he hasn't yet admitted to Tony B about the panic attack caused by his mother.
You have any idea what you just did?
Why don't you tell them what happened 20 years ago?
I can't go into that right now. All right, the night he got pinched, I had a fucking panic attack, all right?
And your cousin doesn't know this.
What am I gonna tell all of them? I had a fight with my mother and I fainted?
The fact is, nothing is separate. Everything is connected.
Everything is everything. I'm down with that.
After Junior shoots Tony in the season 6 premiere, Tony falls into a coma and eventually comes out of it, but he's pretty troubled by what he experienced. It gets him to think about how lucky he is to be alive. Every day is a gift, right? Except when it's a pair of socks.
But before I woke up, I felt like I was being pulled towards something. And I don't want to go back. The luckiest guy in the whole world.
Yeah. I'm gonna go get the car.
You don't know who I am, do you?
And after all is said and done, all this blood, sweat, tears, and agita for all these years for what? Your legacy? What legacy?
You may run North Jersey, but you don't run your Uncle Junior.
Next time you come in, you come heavy or not at all.
Does it even matter?
This thing of ours.
I was involved with that?
You're my dad. You two ran North Jersey.
We did?
Yeah.
Well, that's nice.
Did Tony Soprano ever truly evolve, or was he always destined for the same end? Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Which other scene or scenes would you include?